In computing, ls is a command to list files in Unix and Unix-like operating systems. Ls is specified by POSIX in the Single UNIX Specification. History: an ls utility appeared in the original version of AT&T Unix. Today, two popular versions of ls are the Free Software Foundations and the one released by various BSD variants, such as FreeBSD, OpenBSD, NetBSD, and Apple's Darwin. Both are free software and open source. The name ls comes from a similar command in Multics. Behavior: Unix and Unix-like operating systems maintain the idea of a current working directory, that is, where one is currently positioned in the hierarchy of directories. When invoked without any arguments, ls lists the files in the current working directory. A directory that is not the current working directory can be specified and ls will list the files there. The user also may specify any list of files and directories. In this case, all files and all contents of specified directories will be listed. Files whose names start with ." are not listed, unless the A flag is specified, the A flag is specified, or the files are specified explicitly. Without options, ls displays files in a bare format. This bare format, however, makes it difficult to establish the type, permissions, and size of the files. The most common options to reveal this information or change the list of files are long format, displaying Unix file types, permissions, number of hard links, owner, group, size, last modified date and file name, do not sort. Useful for directories containing large numbers of files. Appends a character revealing the nature of a file, for example, for an executable, or / for a directory. Regular files have no suffix. A lists all files in the given directory, including those whose names start with .. By default, these files are excluded from the list. R recursively lists subdirectories. The command ls// would therefore list all files. D shows information about a symbolic link or directory, rather than about the link's target or listing the contents of a directory. T sort the list of files by modification time. H print sizes in human-readable format. In some environments, providing the option, color or G causes ls to highlight different types of files with different colors, instead of with characters as F would. To determine what color to use for a file, GNU-ls checks the Unix file type, the file permissions, and the file extension, while FreeBSD-ls checks only the Unix file type and file permissions. On the other hand, the FreeBSD implementation uses the tarmcap database while the GNU program uses its own database which does not necessarily match the tarmcap data on a given system. When the option to use color to indicate file types is selected, the output might look like BRWR, R, 1 Unix Guy Staff 64, January 27, 640552 block, CRWR, R, 1 Unix Guy Staff 64, January 26 to 55 1357 character, RWR, R, 1 Unix Guy Staff 290 January 26 1408 compressed GZ, RWR, R, 1 Unix Guy Staff January 26 33 1836 1406 data ppm, DRWX RWX or X2 Unix Guy Staff 48 January 26 1128 directory, RWX RWX or X1 Unix Guy Staff 29 January 26 1403 executable, PRWR. R, 1 Unix Guy Staff 0 January 26 1155 SRWRWRW1 Unix Guy Staff 0 January 26 1200 socket, LRWX RWX RWX1 Unix Guy Staff 3 January 26 1144 link dir, RWRW1 Unix Guy Staff 217 January 26 1408 regular file. ls has a large number of other options. It is a frequently used tool that provides an interface to the file system via the command line. On some systems, ls is an alias of just L. Many systems also alias ls-l to ll or ls-lot-ll. Sample usage: The following example demonstrates the output of the ls command given two different arguments. $pwd, Fred, $lsl, drwxr, R1 Fred editors 4096 drafts, RWR, R1 Fred editors 30405 edition 32, RXRXRX1 Fred 8460 edit, $lsf, drafts / edition 32, edit. In this example, the user Fred has a directory named drafts, a regular file called edition 32, and an executable named edit in his home directory. ls uses Unix file permission notation to indicate which users or groups are allowed to access each file or directory. drwxr, R1 Fred editors 4096 March 1, 2007 drafts. This means that the letters behind the file descriptor, which indicates a folder or directory, list 3 characters to indicate permissions for the owner of drafts, then the group to which the file belongs, and the rights of others. Drafts is a directory, the owner of which has the right to read, write and execute. RWX, group members have, meaning read-only, and others have, meaning read-only access. See Unix file permission notation for a more detailed description. See also, chown, chgrp, do, mdls, user identifier, group identifier, list of Unix programs, Unix directory structure, notes. External links, ls at the linuxquestions.org wiki, ls specified by the Single UNIX Specification, GNU ls source code, ls, 1, a Euro manual pages from GNU Corretals.